Joined here once again by Mac York. And Mac, it's been a while. Good to see you again. How's everything been going?
It's been going, Brian, but things are good. Things are good.
Yeah, we appreciate you swinging by. It's been like we talked. It's been a long journey to get back to this point in the year. Just kind of walk us through, a year ago to this date. Basically, you guys are doing spring practices. You're getting ready for your spring training to get ready for, the fall, and just how everything stopped and just how you guys got through it.
Well, let's see. A year ago, I was excited to have a 2-week-long spring break, and then it turned into moving back home. So that was crazy. And with volleyball being canceled, it was turned everyone's worlds upside down. It was the craziest thing, the most impossible thought you could ever think of. And when that all happened, all I could think about was, all right, let's just focus on getting better for next year. I've just been doing workouts and running and trying to better myself the best that I could with the given situation. But as far as last term going with fall, we finally got to get back on the court. It was magnificent after not playing for so long. And just the feeling of sitting around and doing nothing for as long as we did, and then finally getting back on the court, it was a really good start of, okay, this is where we're going, this is where we're starting, we're going to deal with it, but we're going to move on and improve, and we have been. Fall was definitely a good starting point, but winter has definitely been where we kicked in, and we've been pushing, and we've been hitting hard on weights, we've been hitting hard in the gym. It's been just a push, and I'm really proud of the team for overcoming what we've gone through and where we're at right now. We've definitely had a big improvement from fall alone to winter, and I'm really excited for spring to show these last 2 terms how hard we've worked and the biggest improvement that we've had in a while. So yeah.
And how much of a challenge was it too? Because you're going in the spring. It's your first year. You're around all the players. You're seeing each other every day. It's just normal business day in the office. Where you're practicing, going to class, weights, everything stopped, and now all of a sudden you're trying to do that remotely. You're doing online learning. You're trying to train remotely. You're trying to keep in touch with your your fellow teammates. How tough was it just keeping that all going to still make sure you guys contacted through the summer to say, hey, we're ready when we come back in the fall. We're going to get back after this.
It was definitely intriguing. We did take full advantage of Zoom when Zoom started getting going, and we would have meetings and we would talk, and we were definitely on the same page with a lot of things. That really helped out instead of just ending in March and not talking until September. We maintained contact, and we were just checking in and seeing, are you touching a ball? Are you doing this? We were holding each other accountable. I was proud to say that we stayed on top of it, and there were parts where it showed that we stayed on top of it. We played a little bit in the summer as best we could outside. We were on grass, and it was great touching a ball then. We loved to have been in a gym, but it was still good being on the grass. We played some sand a little bit here and there, distancing ourselves. We would go in groups and on different nets. That was kind of challenging, but we still at least got to touch a ball. That's as best as we could, and I feel like in that situation, after being cut off, it was the best that we could do, and we went through it and we did well.
Do you feel it helped you a lot, being already on the team, because a lot of them were transitioning? Because, I think that was a challenge. We talked to some of our transfer student athletes that were trying to find a spot while this is all going on. You at least already were here, and kind of knew kind of the routine of the school and everything. Do you think that kind of helped during all that transition? Because you already were comfortable with Woo, you knew the coaches, you knew the teammates, so at least you didn't have to come to a new place during all this, and you didn't know who you were,
No, this was spoken about with me and my fellow sophomores and just some of the other girls into the team who were returning from last year. I am so thankful that last year I got my freshman year and got everything figured out and got all the bumps and kinks worked out. I can only imagine what the transfers and even the freshmen are going through right now. And to have a normal year, especially for the freshmen, but for the transfers, trying to find themselves in a new program and figure out where they stand and where they fit. But all I can say on my end is I'm very appreciative of having that first year and knowing where I'm at, and then knowing that I've been trying to really help out the freshmen and the transfers of like, hey, this is what's kind of going on, like just informing them and trying to catch them up to speed as us returners. But it's a struggle, but I'm just trying to be there for them with my own knowledge. Only being here for a year, what little I know, I'm just trying to help them along and the best I can, and I think it's been helping somewhat so far because we all come together as a team with that, and right now the transfers and the freshmen have really molded together really well because of that. So
When you get back in the fall, I'm sure it was just exciting, to be back on campus, getting to practice again, have weights again, see each other. You probably pretty much knew you weren't going to have a fall season, because we kind of knew things were going to get pushed back. But how exciting was it when the news came out? We're rolling into January. It looks like you're going to have a spring season. You're going to be playing in April. I mean, when that first hit you guys and you knew that, hey, we're going to have some games, how exciting was that moment?
Oh my gosh. It was unreal. We were hanging by a string for fall, and we were very hopeful for a fall, but of course it didn't work out, and we were like, okay, well, this was kind of anticipated. And then I remember sitting in the gym with my coaches, and they said, all right, this is what's going to be going on in the spring. We have games. And I asked them to repeat it. I said, we have games? Are you sure? And I looked around, and there's a newfound excitement just around all of us, and we were just so pumped up. And I'm so ecstatic to be able to be playing. Practicing on getting on a court, that was great. But being able to go out and actually play, I'm just so excited, and I want it now. I wanted to be here tomorrow. No, I'm really excited. I was so excited to get that news, and I'm just pumped and even more focused now because we have games here. So it's definitely adjusted focus, but it's still there. It's still intense, and I'm excited to put these last 2 terms into spring and play. So.
And the last thing for you too, we talked about it a little bit because you didn't have a fall. You normally do play in the fall. Now it's in the spring. Does it change you that much? Because like we talked, it was a year unlike any other year we've seen. So you didn't get to play last fall anyway. So does it change you all that much that you had to push back your games 4 or 5 months?
It's personally it was weird. I mean, okay, so I was coming off of a year with my torn Achilles last year, so that was already weird enough. And then to go through it again this year, it was odd, but I feel like at this point in time, I feel like it's not weird. It's just the fact that I'm going to play. I mean, there was a point in time, maybe a few months ago, I was like, all right, this is weird. I should be playing right now. But at this point, I think just the want to play, I could play in December. I could be playing in July. At this point, I've kind of just lost all of the thought of, all right, this is out of season, this is weird. I just want to play. And that's the only focus I have right now. I don't care what it is as long as we play, and we're going to, and that's all I'm focused on right now.
Yeah, I think I could tell being around practice with you guys, you wouldn't care if you were playing January, July, December. It could be over the holiday break. As long as we get to get on the court and play something, you guys don't care as long as you get to play.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we're really excited to see you guys out there again. Appreciate you swinging back by, Mac. Always great to catch up with you.
Absolutely.
And so it's great that we're going to have volleyball in April. Who would have thought? But we're going to have volleyball in April, and we can't wait to see it. So we'll catch up with you soon, and best of luck in those games, and we'll talk to you here soon.
All right. Thank you.